Hey there, Lynn Curry here from LynnCurryBuilds.com. We are standing in front of the house that we're moving this week. The guys are here prepping the house for the move and getting it all ready to load up on the trailers. It's been a process to get it here, but we're finally excited to be here. What's happening with it is the guy that's moving it, the guy's name's Oliver Billingsley, he has a house relocation company here in Austin, Texas, is actually taking the house. He's taking it to East Kyle, which is a small town to the south of Austin, where he has some lots, and what he's going to do is move the house in two parts down there, put it back together, and it's going to become a rental house that he owns. So what they've done is we've got this really big tree right here that when we pull it out its location, we need to make sure not to hit any of the low-hanging branches on. And so what they've done is they've cut the house apart in the center, and they're going to take it out in two pieces. They're going to take this right-hand piece and move it out, and then take this left-hand piece and drop it down and rotate it a little bit and move it out this direction so as to avoid the low-hanging limbs with a peak that's up over here on the other side of the house. The cut's actually pretty interesting. What they did is on the back half of the house, there's a wall that separates the living room from one of the back bedrooms. And what they did was they pulled up the trim on the floor and they cut right along that wall. So in that back half of the house, when they bring it back together, there'll be no sign that there was a cut. And then on the front half of the house, what they had to do is cut right between, in the middle of the living room. And they have a very clean, precise cut that they've done, and they can put it together in one of two ways. They can either put it back together and put a transition piece there, or they can actually pull up some floorboards and put them together unevenly, kind of piece them back together like a jigsaw puzzle so that you don't see the cut. It's not very obvious. And they'll use the existing wood to do that so that it doesn't look like new wood with old wood. So originally this house was actually moved to this location. It was not built on site here. What they did in the early 80s, probably 80, 81, is they brought the house in and they set it on these cinder blocks that are filled with concrete. Instead of digging piers, they just set them on the dirt and put the house up on top of it. And so when we were moving it, what we did was we came in, they removed all the skirting from around the house, and they put these blocks up under it at the same height as the concrete blocks, the cinder blocks. They raised it up a little bit in order to get these beams in, and were able to set it back down on that. Once they were able to set it back down on that, they could remove the cinder blocks. They came in and removed all the water pipes that were underneath the house, all the gas pipes that were underneath the house. Of course, we've had all the utilities cut and the lines marked. Now that the house is sitting on the beams, what they'll do is bring the wheels construction of this new project. You can find me and all the videos at LynnCurryBuilds.com.